Good afternoon to all the viewers of Body Mind Soul Live Talk, and we are now have come to Live Talk number 71. Good energy and good life. So, how is everyone? How are everyone doing? And for those who are watching it from Malaysia, tuning in from Malaysia, if especially you are disturbed by the water disturbance, or whatever it is, share with us. How do you feel? Yeah, and also do me a favor, help me to do one thing that you can click the share button to share it out, whether you are watching it on YouTube, whether you are watching it on FB Live, you can always share it out so that we can welcome more people to understand what is good energy and good life. And I have two important questions for every one of us to kind of think a little bit, reflect a little bit, How does your energy impact your well-being and affect your wellness? Have you thought about this? How does your energy impact your well-being and affect your wellness? This is question number one. Question number two, what does your personal energy have to do with the earth and universal energies? What does your personal energy have to do with the earth? Like, am I so powerful that I can influence the earth? And also universal energies, that such things exist in the entire world? Well, this is what we are going to talk about today. Together with me, I will be welcoming two beautiful ladies, very beautiful, very gentle as well, one of them. I'm sure both of them are as gentle as they are now. And before that, let me know, where are you tuning in? How is everyone doing? I have Eva, Christina, hello. I have JT, great day, everyone. Thank you, JT. Hello, everyone. And before I really go into the topic, remember to ponder on that two questions, which our admin will also post it out on the comments so that, everyone can have a look. And let me just go through this one by one. I have something that I wish to share with everyone over here. Body Mind Soul is live on Telegram. Yeah, so if you have not joined us on Telegram, make sure that you have click on the link that is already shown on the screen and just join us. Why should you join? Because every week we have different empowering, inspiring content and even uplifting informations to share with everyone with one aim. Body Mind Soul aims to impact your lives positively, and together with everyone collectively we can influence each other. That has to do with energy, and this is what we're going to find out. Okay, so next also we have already launched and published our latest volume 30, with Freedom and Celebration, our October to December volume. We are a quarterly magazine. If you do not know, we have been doing this since 2014, and this marked the 7th year, and we have all move everything into digital copy, where we open everything free for everyone to read, with all these different topics. We have, depressions. This month we celebrate mental wellness month as well, mental wellness day. Depression from breakdown to breakthrough, written by a TCM doctor all the way from Australia. We have many doors, many freedoms, near-death experience, from the writer herself, and of course a lot more for you to find out. How can you find out? How can you read? You can just join Body Mind Soul community, which is free as well, that you can read all our volume from volume 1 all the way until volume 30. Okay, so let me see, do I have more comments that is shouting out to me right now? I love to have comments. I'm online via Facebook. How are you today, dear? Pray for me. I'm worded. Oh my God. All right. Okay, Eva, we are sending you great vibes, definitely, to you, and hope that today, after this conversation, some of the tips, it can also help you to uplift yourself, uplift your energy. Hope that, with that, your fever will subside soon. Okay, we are here for you as well. Pew. All right, Florence, hello. Okay, so do me a favor. Let me just share out this live talk so that we can welcome more people. And at the same time, I think it's about time to welcome our speaker, our guest. We have Yoshimi to talk about Yoshimi as well as Lucy. But I just flesh out the two questions again. Okay, how does your energy impact your well-being and affect your wellness? And what does your personal energy have to do with the earth and universal energies? Okay, so put your palms together. I know this for the regular, this is what I'm going to do when I need to welcome the guest. You warm up your palms so that you can clap together with me. Then you feel like you're part of it, of this entire talk, of this entire chat. So we will be welcoming Yoshimi from Australia over here, as well as Lucy. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How is everyone?
Good.
Okay, we have Angel over here saying good afternoon to us. Eva, good afternoon to us as well. I guess to before we kind of start the conversation, and I would like to highlight to all the audience, you are welcome to ask any questions to the two of them, Yoshimi as well as Lucy Chan from the Golden Space, and definitely they have a lot of experience that they can share with you. We are here to talk about good energy, good life. So I guess before we start, Yoshimi and Lucy, maybe just a little introduction or let people know you a little bit, how long you have been doing what you are doing. I think I'll start with Yoshimi first.
I'll start with Lucy first.
I was going
Okay.
to say for
Then,
Eva. I already passed it on first.
Okay. Well, we've been doing this for I don't know how many years, but yeah, I don't know.
quite some time
Quite
ago.
some years,
Quite
quite
some
some
years
time ago.
And also I'm sure that previously I know you more of an animal person, that you help us like the fur parents to really connect with their fur kids.
Yeah.
And does that also have to do with energy as well, Yoshimi?
Yes, of course, everything is energy, right? So communication is energy exchange. We are energy, animals energy. You know, your parents and your friends are energy. So
Wow.
we just
Okay.
communicate between
So
our energy.
when we are communicating, we are having an energy exchange in that sense. All
Yeah,
right.
always.
Okay, I'm going to pause you there so that we can go to Lucy. Maybe Lucy, you can share a little bit of your background, just a little bit.
I have been meditating since 2011 ish, 2010, 2011 lah. So it's been about 10 years now since I started. Started practicing. My first client, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2013. Dipaksa one lah, so forced to practice one, not because I want to practice lah. So forced to practice. Yeah, so it's been 2013, and I focus a lot more right now on the emotional and mental health, like overcoming PTSD or even CPTSD, which is complex PTSD. Right.
So, Lucy, all these emotional traumas, does it has to do with energy as well?
Of course, because just like Yoshimi said, everything is energy. So our emotions is also an energy. So when we get traumatized by childhood experience, whether it's physical or emotional abuse, that energy and emotion is trapped inside the body. Hence, why a lot of the survivors will tend to be trapped within that cycle, over and over again, because the energy just stays the same, right? So our mind, our energy, our emotions are all the same thing. It's not separate. So to heal
Yeah,
your
please go ahead.
trauma, you'll have to work on all three.
So just expand a little bit from here, Lucy. How do we know we have energy trapped inside us?
Okay. Very simple. You got headache, insomnia, maybe anxiety, right? A lot of people now, COVID lockdown or not lockdown, a lot of anxieties, trouble expressing oneself, trouble to speak, trouble to relate, having issues with your confidence. So like I said, everything is so wide. It's so wide. So where do you want to go? You can ask Yoshimi.
Yeah, I'm about to actually, because the first question for me was, what is energy? I think the two of you have kind of answered all of us. Energy basically is everything. When you're communicating, you're having an energy exchange, and it's a form. It's something that we can't really see with our eyes. Correct?
Yes.
Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
something that is meant to feel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? It's
Yeah.
something that is
Correct.
meant to feel. That's why we
Yep.
always say positive energy, negative energy. You can't really see the positive energy or the negative energy. You can only feel the vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can
Okay.
feel it
So
inside your body.
Yeah.
we can feel it inside. So all of us are born with this sensor to feel this.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me see. Let's go through the comments a little bit while I go next question. We have a lot of us sending, our prayers to Eva. Hope that she'll get well too.
Mm.
Thank you, Eva, for sharing with us as well. And then we have Yim. Energy can't see but can feel so true. Thank you, Yim. Okay. You see, if everything is about energy, then it's very important for us to maintain our energy.
Mm.
Yes.
How do we maintain a good energy? Because we talk about good energy, good life. So how do we maintain a good energy? In any tips from Yoshimi, maybe?
Okay. So for me, balance is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are not just a physical body, right? We have mental self, mental body, emotional body, spiritual body, as well as physical body. So all aspects of our body has to be healthy, has to be balanced. So physically, you have to be very, very careful with what you eat, what you do exercise, and sleep well. And emotionally, your emotion wants to be stable all the time. Ideally, I know it's difficult sometimes. And mentally, you want to maintain a clear cognitive function, right? And then spiritually, I mean, okay, we all spiritual being. And for example, we all have ability to get moved when we listen to the sound of stream, sound of bird singing, that kind of very, very small things in daily life. What makes you feel something comfortable?
Mm.
You focus on that part as well, not only just the daily life, do this and that as a mother and a father and then this. So these aspect has to be balanced. That's one of the things that I do to maintain my energy.
So for you, you are looking for that comfort, anything that kind of makes you feel comfortable. That's where you can bring yourself back to the balance that you're seeking. Is that correct? Or
Absolutely. You really focus on yourself. So always ask yourself, how do I feel now? What am I experiencing now? How's my heart? Is it warm or is it cold? Is it sad or, and just ask your heart and always seek something that makes you feel good.
feel good is the key over here. So to all the audience, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us, and we will have Yoshimi or Lucy to actually answer to you. But since Yoshimi, you talk about as a mother, as a father, I think it's important to also ask you, how energy affects a house or a home.
Oh,
When
yeah.
energy is low, when our energy is low, it can be because we are physically tired, like you say, balance in terms of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. I might not know how my spiritual health is, but physical health is quite obvious. If you are tired, if you are sick, it really shows. Mental, if you are angry and emotional, if you're angry, it really obvious, right? So when we are having energy low in the house, what will happen to our relationship? What will happen to our health, or even the energy itself at the home?
Yeah, of course, your energy is very important for the house and for your family member, because as I told you, everything is energy, everyone is energy, especially within the whole family. You and your kids or your husband, energetically, you're connected. So can you imagine if you are in a bad mood and not in a good state, then how, well, the influence that they give to other people is enormous. If you're in a bad mood, look at them. They becomes bad mood very soon. Within the second, they can pick up your energy.
Mm, mm, mm.
And that
And
affect them too.
what can a person do if if they have that awareness that, hey, I am not feeling well, I am not
Mm.
feeling good,
Mm.
my emotion is not balanced. Besides finding that something comfort, what else can they do, Yoshimi, based on your experience, to
Okay.
kind of change the energy, right? Because we say good energy, good life.
It
Yeah.
is. It's really up to you, because this is your life. This is not somebody else's life. And then whether you want to make your life more meaningful, more peaceful. So as soon as you notice that you're not balanced, you come back to yourself and then ask, what do I want? Is it do I want calm life and then a peace at the moment? So just to bring yourself to the neutral position, very, very neutral, no the bad, no good. And then says, what am I experiencing? Just to take a deep breath, take a deep breath and then the breathe out. Yeah. Then the 5 second, 10 seconds, just to give yourself a time to settle down and face yourself. Then yeah, I mean, I think that 10 seconds of silence gives you a time to know what to do next. So instead of
Mm.
shouting at your kids or shouting at your husband, maybe you just become calm and choose what you can say to them.
Wow. This is so, I would say a lot of times we find that simple things are too simple to be true. But these are exact the simple things, simple actions to take a lot of time. I find that we ourselves did not allow ourselves to take simple steps to see the difference. I guess to all the audience, if you are experiencing something like this at this point of time, hope that you can try out what Yoshimi have just shared. Take your time to refocus back to yourself, and you must feel good. Ask yourself, how are you feeling? What exactly that you are going through? And then from there, perhaps instead of lashing out the so-called negative vibes out to your family members, you can refocus back to yourself and feel that balance back within. Then you will become the influencer in the house, because like the two of the ladies over here keep emphasizing, energy is influential. You are exchanging your energies as well. So we have some questions over here and also some comment. Good morning from Germany, beautiful ladies. Thank you, Sylvia. A corporate question. Yeah, I am about to go into that part as well, where I want to get Lucy to address a corporate question. Do you feel that bosses view their staff in terms of energy rather than just purely their skills or competencies? Lucy, what is
Hi.
your view on this?
Okay. So for me, I would say that smart bosses, those who know, right? They won't just hire on skills or competencies. Yes, skills and competencies are important in the measurement of the hiring process,
Mm-hmm.
right? But on the other hand, it's also about the attitude, which actually equates to the energy of a person, right? Is the person a go-getter? Is the person someone who is positive, who never gives up, who keeps going on and trying over and over again despite failures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in all my years in HR, the best hires are the ones that fill in 50% of the skills and competencies, And the other 50%, I would say it's the positivity and the energy of a person and the vibes we get from someone, right? And the willingness to learn. And all this is actually equated to, like I said again, the energy of that person. And that will be the best hire for the company with the
Mm.
least loss.
Well, I hope this answer your question, Yim. Yeah, and also it very nicely help us to kind of bring it to another question. It's more about, there is a saying that if you want to be rich, be with the rich. If you want to be successful, go join successful people so that you can be encouraged, or be inspired. So, Lucy, what exactly is this all about? Does it has to do with the law of attraction, or anything from your end that you can explain a little bit or share with our audience on this perspective?
Yeah. On that perspective, I actually agree, but I also disagree a little bit lah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like I do believe that the kind of people that we interact with and that we're very comfortable with influences our consciousness level, right? Our awareness level. That's the first thing. And collectively, we also must understand that there is a collective consciousness that gathers within a group of people, right? And that collective consciousness actually affects your beliefs, affects your behaviors and your attitude in any particular area. Like, for example, if I'm a very positive person, but I somehow have a few friends who are very negative and I
Mm,
hang out with them for a while. Of course, if I'm a very grounded and very strong person, resilient, I won't really be affected, right? But I'll feel
mm,
drained at the end of the day.
mm,
But if I'm not very strong and not very grounded, then my consciousness level will be affected and become negative too. Does that make sense?
mm,
Yeah. So in a way, it is true, but it's not. I disagree on the point where perhaps we need to prune the friends or cut. Like certain friends you hang out with, some friends you don't want, you chop them off. That one a
mm,
bit too yachi lah, right?
mm.
So
Too extreme.
yeah, correct. So always remember it is the collective consciousness of the people you mix with, and the people that you hang out with and you vibe with that are positive and uplifting. You know, I always ask people, when you hang out with this group of people, do you feel empowered and do you feel good about yourself after that conversation, or do you feel crappy about yourself? That should be a
Mm,
good indicator already.
mm. Instead of cutting them out, maybe it's just less hanging session, less hangout session.
Yeah, lor. If you're very sensitive lah, but it's kind of like family, right? If your family is
Mm,
like very negative, like, oh, I don't want you, cannot also, right? So
mm. So, if a person is in such a situation, Lucy, based on your experience or expertise, or the clients that you have come across with, let's say a person who wanted to change. Let's say for instance me, I really want to change. I really want to change my energy because I want to attract a good life, but my family members doesn't think or doesn't work like how I do. What can I do?
I see. In terms of that kind of situation, I would say that it's either the group of the people or your family that you're with influences you, or you influence them. My mentor Sky taught me that,
Mm,
and I really took it to heart because I used to feel very disheartened, or sad that my family did not understand, or they thought I was a woo woo crazy person, that kind of thing. And it affected me for a certain number of months, maybe about a year or so, until he told me this. And then I realized, oh yeah, maybe it's me who can influence them, but not by forcing them, but just by maintaining my positivity and loving them no matter what, and giving them unconditionally no matter what. Because as family, I don't expect them to change. So instead of forcing them to fit into my norm, I accept them as they are, and I just love them as they are. And eventually, that love and that acceptance shifts the coherence and the energy and consciousness of my family. And now they're a lot happier and more flow lah, less
mm.
arguments.
Mm, mm, mm. Well, you mentioned just now about maintaining the energy. Is it possible for us to consistently maintaining our energy? Besides, like Yoshimi sharing her way, which is finding the balance. Is there
Mm.
any ways or any tips that you do it on yourself on daily basis?
Okay, I have a few. But I will just go to the one that I that resonates with me the most, right? So for me, it is to live freely and live wildly, or live wild, live free. Live wildly, live freely. I know it's not a word, but you know what? I have my own vocabulary.
It's okay as long as we can bring out that vibes that you wanted to bring out. We can create the words we want to create.
So like, and I say live wildly and live freely. Yeah, the thing that I'm referring to is a lot about we as a person living in the world today. Okay. um Throughout the society, maybe it's a lot of the community and society we live in, there's a lot of shaming, there's a lot of taming, and there's a lot of guilting, right? To force someone, a child, a friend, a peer, to act in a certain way, to tame yourself, to be a good girl, to be a nice friend, or to be sweet and nice and proper. Right? I'm sure we all been told we're
Prim
not
and
proper.
proper.
Yeah, I'm not
Prim and
proper.
proper.
So from young, I have been not conforming to that societal norm or even the pressures of my parents. I mean, my mom is listening. I don't know, but you know, don't we don't need to be a good girl or a good boy or a good person to be accepted or to be liked. You know, do what your heart tells you to do without guilt. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Right? And it's a lot because when we allow others or the world to shame us or tame us, to mold us, right? Our energy stops flowing, our heart stops flowing, and we become totally out of coherence. We become totally out of our own flow,
Does
right?
that also, that's where it comes from Yoshimi's point, which is you are kind of out of balance.
Yes, correct. Because you don't listen to your voice, right? And many of us here, you know, whether you're listening on the call, I mean, right now on this interview or after, you may still feel a little bit imprisoned by certain societal norms or expectations or even childhood patterns, right? But when you really sit in it, you will start to feel this divine discontent. I call it a divine discontent that will start to come up, and it makes you feel not at ease, right? So for me, who those of my our friends here or family that are here, it's just really allowing yourself. Just allow yourself, accept yourself, love yourself as you are, face your own truth, and be yourself, just like Yoshimi said.
Mm, that's very wisely said, and something that I believe a lot of us wish to do, but we dare not do it. And we
Mm-hmm.
dare not live wildly and live freely. A lot of times we kind of hold ourselves back. Yeah. So thank you so much, Lucy, for sharing this. And this is one of the key to have good energy and to create a good life. And we have Yim in response to your answers to the corporate questions just now. Great response. Thanks, Lucy. Sylvia, energy as best hire for a company. I love that. We have Bayu saying hi to all of us, and Bayu especially waving to Yoshimi. Yeah. And then we have Bayu also comment on top of what Lucy have just shared. Expectation, yes. Commitment. Bayu,
Yes.
maybe you can explain a little bit more what you have shared over there. And you know what? I also want to check with the two ladies over there. We did talk about energy, how energy influence each other, how energy influence ourselves, and also we can maintain our energy by our own as well, as long as you can sort of have that awareness. I think they briefly only shared one tips from each other. They have 3 in total, so do stay with us. At the same time, if you wish or you feel this content is kind of insightful to you and you want to share it to your friend, you just need to click the share button and you can just share it out. And all the content over here on Body, Mind, Soul always stay. We never delete any of our live talk content because we believe in the content that will serve. Let's go back a little bit to the question that I threw it out earlier. I think we kind of have answered this. How does our energy impact our well-being and affect our wellness in certain ways? How about this? What does our personal energy have to do with the earth and universal energies? I think I will start with Yoshimi first. What exactly it has to do with the earth?
Earth. Earth. Who are we, Christina?
Human?
Human. Human is what? Plants or
Human is
animals
human.
or stone or minerals or what?
Human is human. How about the audience? How about the audience? What is your answer? Human is what? I like that. I'm like, human is human.
Human is.
Oh, we have Florence energy. Human is energy. Human is consciousness. Nice one.
Beautiful, yeah, absolutely. Humans, we are consciousness, and we are a part of animal kingdom as well. And then we are relative to plant kingdom, mineral kingdom. We are part of the earth, right? So a relationship between us and earth is just like a children and a mother. Earth is like a mother. And then all living things, all elements, everything were born to Mother Earth. So from that point of view, how do you feel when you go to the forest or to the sea? How do you feel, Christina?
Oh, I miss the sea so much. I'm like, I can't wait to dip into the ocean water again. I feel a lot of time when I go to forest or even ocean, it just calms me down.
Right?
It really just, the first thing is calms me down.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the answer. So the earth is also has consciousness, just like us. And her main energy is peace, calmness. Right? Peace and calmness. And then Earth is created the massive electromagnetic field, outside the Earth. So as us, the human, we create electromagnetic field. So we are just the mini version of Earth. So
can I ask the electric magnetic field? Is it like what a standard term aura?
Yeah, it's like it's like how do you explain, Lucy, in your word? There's electromagnetic field. There's electromagnetic field. It's the energy. Yeah, energy field.
Everything that is alive. No, wait, let me put it this way. Everything has a magnetic field, whether it's alive or what you deem is alive or not alive, like a rock. Everything has that consciousness. So everything has its own significant, unique frequency.
Yeah, absolutely. So the she has and the we have. So why don't we resonate? Why don't you make your energy field resonate with the energy field of Mother Earth? Automatically, her calmness, her peace is coming to you. I mean, you can resonate. That's why you become very, very calm when you go to nature. You just merge into her energy. And this is the easiest and the cheapest way for a human being to calm down.
Is that why, some studies shows that, when kids are throwing a tantrum, bring them to feel the dirt or the ground, let them play outside.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then Earth has, it's just a massive energy. So don't underestimate the power of Mother Earth. She has every answer.
Wow. I like that. Don't underestimate the power of Mother Earth. She has every answer. So, all the audience here who are watching and tuning in, do you get this? We have quite a few one that continue to answer just now. We are spiritual being in a human body, spiritual being, and then we have Bayu also saying everything is energy. Thank you very much. And you know what? I think Yoshimi pretty much kind of let us know the importance of us connecting and how our energy influence Earth, or how Earth energy can influence us as well and give us that healing or that whatever that we need. How about universe or universal, Lucy? What is it has to do with that? Isn't it a bit too broad that our energy, our personal energy, got to do with universal energies?
Yeah, just like what Yoshimi said, that nature and the earth represents like the relationship between us and our mother, and she is this giving mother, right? In the same way as that, universe is like our father. It's our so-called parent, right? The father figure, the masculine energy of the universe, right? So the divine consciousness, you can call that consciousness universe or God or Father Sky, not Sky lah, but Father Sky.
A greater force?
Sorry, our other partner not here, so we're missing our other partner. Uh, so we can call it any way you want to term it. The important thing is that there is always a shower of expansion, energy of expansion, this energy of oneness, this energy of wisdom that also continuously pours down to us. It's just that humans tend to disconnect from the energy of the universe, the energy of the creator energy as well, the father, in the father perspective. And they become very focused on the material things. They refuse to believe that there is a higher power, or that there maybe is a expansion of the energy of us, a divine aspect of us. So if we reject the universe, and then we reject ourselves in that sense.
Oh,
Yeah. So like
okay.
some people can be very atheist, or they disbelieve that actually what happens is that we are also that part of the universe inside of us, right? We also are the universe inside. So by rejecting the notion of the universe, or rejecting God, and labeling that, then we actually reject that part of divinity that is us. And then
Mm.
we will start to fall ill.
Yeah, I think I just put a kind of like a disclaimer here when Lucy mentioned God, it's more referring like the greater power or the greater source,
Mm,
not necessarily referring to any form of religion. So I
yes.
guess this has to be played out correctly so that our audience can get it right. It's more
Mm,
about, I believe what you are saying is when we are disconnected with this other greatest forces, the vastness, the expansion, that father energy that you mentioned, the creation, the source of creation, that we are rejecting our own source of creation as well. Can we relate it that
yeah,
way, or am I
correct.
wrong?
Because those people that do reject, then they reject that part of themselves, and they believe that they're just a human being. So they become very grounded, which is not wrong. Which is not
Mm,
wrong. It's just a personal choice, right?
mm,
And they become so fixated on that human experience rather than the spiritual experience. And because you see, imagine that there's the divine energy is kind of like rain. Imagine that like rainfall.
mm-hmm,
Disconnecting to that rainfall is like putting an umbrella up, and you're not going to get
mm-hmm,
wet, right? So
mm-hmm,
I'm
mm-hmm.
suggesting throw that umbrella away, get connected, and get wet. Get drenched in the energy of the divine, and together with it we can create anything, we can
At least
manifest anything. you want,
Wow.
because everything is connected through energy in this earth, like Yoshimi said, the animals, the humans, the earth, and we're also connected to the divine, the synchronicity, the expansion, the vastness, the possibilities. And when we reject certain things, then we're rejecting the connection, and the universe and Mother Earth is unable to create this synchronicity for you to manifest a better life, a better health, a better family, perhaps, or maybe just a better internal happiness or internal experience,
Mm.
environment. Yeah.
Thank you, Lucy, for sharing with us this. I believe, once we are able to have more awareness when it comes to energy and have the experience of having someone to guide us to connect the earth, connect with the universe, and to connect with ourselves, I believe that is a one-way ticket. And in a lot of us, I guess we wouldn't want to turn back because we allow ourselves to experience life differently. It's more of like what you say, the example, having get yourself wet. It's just experiencing how rains fall on yourself. How does it feel? How does it make you feel? It's part of life. Yeah, we have hello from Yvonne. Yes, hi Yvonne, nice to see you. And also to all the audience, if you have any questions, please put it into the comment and we will get Lucy and also Yoshimi to respond to you or to answer your questions. One of the I believe, one of the very common question is when we talk about maintaining, or when we talk about doing something or healing something, I think a lot of us always have that, yeah, I do it once, then it should be once and for all. What would be your stay when it comes to maintaining? Do I just need to maintain early in the morning of my good energy, and then it should be able to get me through the entire day? Yoshimi, what is your experience, or what would be your say on this?
Usually, if I cleanse and energize myself in the morning, and then it'll help me go through all day. However, life is full of ups and downs, and you never know what sort of people you meet and what sort of things you encounter. And then sometimes, I need extra protection, or you need extra energy to get through. In this case, is just if you meditate, just calm yourself down for 5 minutes and just bring the white light into you, golden light into you, whatever the best way for you, and just bring yourself back to who you are, then start again. I mean, sometimes we don't even know what we're going through, and by the time the end of the day, you get exhausted and so tired, But maybe after lunch, it says half the way through the day, say, am I okay? You feel good? Maybe you can ask yourself sometimes
And
if
I
you're
believe
tired.
and I believe you also mentioned just now, when we connect with the Mother Earth, one of your tips that you wish to share with the audience is also to maintain a good energy, to keep on having that good energy to create a good life. One of it is to connect with Mother Earth, and you use me
Oh,
as an example.
yes, of course. This is the very, very basic thing as a human being, because we are born here. We are living on Mother Earth. And then she's the greatest supporter, and she loves us so much. So that the first thing that everybody can do is ground yourself, connect with Mother Earth always.
When you say ground ourselves, what do you mean by that?
Connect your heart with the heart of Mother Earth. Just the easiest way is focus on your heart and just pay gratitude to what you have in life. Say thank you for food, thank you for shelter, thank you for whatever I have in my life, because everything comes from Mother Earth, right? So as soon as you pay gratitude to whatever you have, automatically it helps you to connect with Mother Earth. Isn't it
And I
easy,
like,
right?
yeah, I think start with the simple thing. A lot of times, like I said in earlier on, a lot of times we've forgotten to go back to basic. We thought things are complicated. You know, things are very complicated. Like, how can it be this simple? You know, but this is where it is.
It is. Christina, life is very, very simple. Life is not complicated.
Uh-huh.
If you think it's simple, it's simple. If you think it's complicated, then it's
Our
chaos.
life,
Yeah?
our life is what we think it is, right?
It is. Yeah. It's up
Nice,
to
nice.
you.
Nice. And you have your third one, which we really want to share it out. Your third tips of maintaining a good energy: allow yourself to be who you are, allow myself to be who I am. Yoshimi, would you want to expand this a little bit with the audience?
Yes. Just say, be authentic. Don't try to be somebody else. You know, we have two selves, like our true self and our ideal self inside. Truly, I am like this, but I want to be like that. And then I'm not saying this is bad things. It's nice to have ambitious, nice to have goal, but that's the different story, okay? But without accepting yourself, trying to be somebody else is not being authentic.
Without
That
accepting myself as now and trying to be
to be
someone
somebody
else,
else, yeah.
it's not authentic.
This is not called authenticity, right? Well, you are born here with this body, with these emotions and thoughts, whatever you have inside your parents. And this is reality. And this is something that you can't change at the moment, okay? You can, of course, you can have probably more positive emotions and a more positive way of thinking. But at the moment, what you have is who you are at the moment. So accept it. You don't have to be Superman or Superwoman. You can be normal human.
Nicely said.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Yoshimi. We have Florence over here. Agree. We tend to forget how simplicity has its own magic. And Florence is echoing, well said, Yoshimi. And let me just go to Lucy as well. Lucy, you do have something that you wish to share with the audience as well. Let me see where it is. Okay, so you have already shared with our audience, live wildly, live freely. And your number two for maintaining a good energy is when your body's energy system is in flow, your emotions are in harmony, and this is kind of like complementing the what Yoshimi is saying about the balance and harmony. Lucy, would you want to expand this a little?
Yes, a lot of us also think that, if my emotions is not flowing, that's why my body energy system is blocked, right? But it's also the reverse. It's
Can I
also because
can I interrupt a little bit?
yeah,
What do you
sure.
mean by body energy system?
It means your meridian system inside your body, the chi flow. You can call it the prana flow. It can also be your blood flow.
Okay.
You need
Okay.
blood and life force to exist, all right? So if you don't have blood or life force, you're kind of dead. Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of us believe that because my emotion is blocked, and then only then the energy system is blocked, like a clogged pipe. I was teaching class this morning, and it was the clogged pipe syndrome, right? So, but the reverse is also actually true, which is when your body's energy system is in flow, your emotions also flow and is in harmony. So it's like a cycle that keeps repeating itself. So the only way is to shake the system a little bit And the easiest way for me is to actually, is exactly the same like what Yoshimi said, which is self-acceptance and self-love. Because when we don't accept ourselves, we don't accept who we are, we don't accept our past or the present, your body system immediately goes haywire.
And if our body system go haywire, what can you have
Then
like some
your
example?
energy and your emotional system goes haywire. And it starts creating a different pathway in your body where it reinforces that shame that you put yourself through. Like, I am not good enough. I
Mm,
am not smart enough. I am not pretty enough or thin enough or whatever enough, right? Never enough lah. Okay.
mm,
So it's all about shaking it. And really, it's radical self acceptance and it's radical self love. Accepting who you are, accepting your path itself opens up the pipe inside your body, and suddenly you're in harmony. The energy will start to flow, and you find a lot of peace inside without forcing
mm.
it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lucy. And if any audience have any question on this part, please, please don't be afraid to shout it out, and we will get Lucy to answer. And of course, beside this self-acceptance and self-love, where it also has to do with our body energy system flow and also our emotions in harmony, Lucy have one last tip for all of us here to create a good energy, maintain a good energy for good life. Be a child again.
So simple, right? So simple. My tips are very simple. So it's just like Yoshimi, very simple. And go out nature, mine's like be a child, lah. So don't be so serious, lah. Basically, don't be so serious. Don't take things so seriously. Don't take life so seriously. Don't take people so seriously, lah. Chill out, lah. Like a child, right? They are free. They're full of love. They laugh. They fall down. Get cry a bit. Then what you do? You climb up. You start running again, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
Like even if your friend don't friend you, okay, lor. My friend don't friend me. Then it's not the end of the world, ma. Right? It's never the end of the world. So what I would recommend everyone listening today is to choose your happiness.
Choose
Choose
our
your
happiness.
happiness. Not my happiness, but your happiness. Choose your happiness. Choose your light. When you follow your own joy, right? Wherever it flows, life is very easy, life is very joyful, life is very exciting, and life is very empowering, right? And you don't need to try so hard. When you go out and you look at the sky, even whatever shape or form it is, you get this sense of wonder and you get this sense of, wow, I am
Mm,
alive. When you see your cats grooming each other, like my cats groom each other, I feel so happy and so, wow. So it's so touching. It's allowing the simple things to make us happy again, and not take life like so seriously and live so blindly. When you're
mm,
a child, every day is sunshine and rainbows.
Beautifully said. Well, we have quite a few over here. Christine is saying, well said by you. I guess Bayu is sharing his happiness is music. And this also inspired me to ask all the audience, maybe you can start writing in what is your happiness? When Lucy said, choose your happiness, I guess a lot of us like, oh my God, what is my happiness? Well, what is the happiness that I should choose? Because Lucy mentioned it's my happiness, not anyone else. Maybe it's good that to involve all the audience to share with us what is your happiness that at this point of time that you can think of, and let us just affirm this together and start with this good energy before we end our live talk, right? So I'll invite all the audience to also comment in our comment box. Beside that, you know what? Today I'm very grateful to have Yoshimi and Lucy to share with us, when it comes to good energy and good life. A lot of time, a lot of people talk about energy. Everyone has their own view, There's no right and wrong, but it's more of what resonate with you. And if you believe in this, maybe it's time to do something different so that you can really create a better life moving forward. Like all the two over here, I'm sure that they have made a lot of changes in terms of their energy in order to be where they are right now. And of course, we have them going to share with us deeper understanding where we call Energy Mastery Retreat 2021. That's where Lucy was saying, her another partner, which is Sky, the source of Sky, whatever, Sky Cole, which is who is the master of inner peace, Lucy Chan, emotional trauma coach, as well as Yoshimi, yourself, life balance healing specialist. So it's gonna be a 2 days energy mastery retreat with 6 live sessions, with 3 of them, as well as 30 days reflection worksheet. Of course, everything that you can read over here. But I think I'd like to invite Lucy or Yoshimi to add on a little bit. What is the unique thing in terms of this energy mastery? Because I remember last year, the 3 of you have conducted this before. So what is the difference of last year and this year? Yoshimi.
I talk so long, your turn.
What's the difference between the last year and this year? This year is, I'd say, more expanded version. Maybe more connect with something that you haven't really experienced, like more into the universe, or more into universe is here within you, right? So that means even going deeper within you, your own universe.
Wow. And just swim inside our own universe?
Absolutely. You can swim, you can play basketball, whatever you like.
Bring your cats there.
You can bring your cats and dogs as well.
Awesome. And just a little bit to all the audience who are very new to this, what you will be getting is definitely to see your life and relationship patterns from a bigger perspective, to gently and powerfully rejuvenate your DNA. And I'm sure you don't really get what do they mean by the DNA over here. It's time for you to go for the class, reveal and amplify your hidden spiritual gifts, also remembering the grandness of our spirit and soul, and leave this retreat feeling anchored, renewed, and with resilience. Of course, this is a little bit of the day 1 and day 2 is really quite intense, I would say. At the same time, it's powerful. It's happening next Saturday and Sunday, 23rd and 24th October, from 1 to 5 p.m. KL time. And the rest of the international time slots are now published on the screen. Normal price is $333. If you are the member of the Golden Space, you can get this 2 days at $299. Okay, so I believe my admin has already published it, or the link on the screen. And definitely, if you have any other questions, you can always write to us, or you can write to Yoshimi, as well as where is that link? I need my admin to pull it up. Yoshimi and Lucy on the link. Yeah, over here. You can connect with Yoshimi and Lucy at wecare@thegolden.space.com. All right. So let me just see when I ask that question, what is the happiness that you choose now? We have Florence saying, nurturing plants makes me happy. Oh, yeah, you kill quite a few things together. You have the connection with Earth as well as choose your happiness. Very good. And we have Bayou Anime, Yim, my cat melts my heart. Wow, that's so nice. And also, I think Florence over here, it was so powerful when I attended last year. Okay, thank you so much. Will there be topic on multi-dimensional life? Lucy, is it possible for you to answer?
What is multidimensional life, or is it our multidimensional selves and accessing it?
Yeah,
Is that what you mean, Florence?
Yeah, I think this is good for her to explain a little bit, but at the same time, to the ladies over here, any other last takeaway when it comes to the topic of good energy, good life? Yoshimi first. Your last takeaway to the audience, to shout out to the audience.
Good energy, good life. Eat whatever you like. Whatever makes you happy. And listen to nice music. See the nature, beautiful things. You know, the world is full of beauty. There's so much beautiful things. So just interact with them.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Yoshimi.
Thank you.
And Lucy, yes, Florence say yes, it's self, multi-dimensional self.
Okay. Yes, there will be, I believe, session 3, I'm counting, session 1. There will be 2 sessions that will be working on the multidimensional self, as well as accessing certain hidden gifts or certain hidden potentials that you are not able to see or experience before because it's hidden from you, right? So you will be going through a series of anchoring, and energy is anchoring, let's say. It anchors you to empower yourself to break out of the box and to experience life without a box. How would that feel like? And it's not just that 1 or 2 sessions, it's the whole compounded, like compounded interest. I'm ex-banker, right? Like the compounded interest of going from session to session to session, that suddenly things become anchored for you, and potentials that you've always not been able to see, you will start to see it and experience it, and then live it and realize it after the retreat.
That really goes back to Body Mind Soul Volume 30 theme, freedom and celebrations. At the end, it's really about freedom and celebration, celebrating who we truly are, knowing who we truly are. And that is where all the emotional balance and good energies, good life can manifest by itself. With Florence already saying good, she got it. Thank you very much. Lucy, anything else you wish to add on to our audience before we truly end it? Be a child.
Last tips. Play. Play. You can play in bed, doesn't matter, whatever you want to do, 13 PG. So you can play wherever you want to. Take life lightly. It's taken me a long journey to come to this point where I can say, take life lightly, enjoy life. Just like Yoshimi, just do what you want to do. Find what makes you happy, choosing your happiness first, and making sure you do that regularly. Keep yourself happy. Do what makes you happy. That's it. And the rest will fall into place, because you don't need to try so hard, push so hard, have so many goals. No need one. Life is very easy one. When you're in happy and coherence and in flow, everything will flow to you.
Wow. Thank you. I think this last tips that you give is something I believe a lot of us needed to hear. Yeah, we have JT. Thank you, Yoshimi and Lucy, for an awesome sharing. My realization: just be and start decluttering my ego or belief systems. Thank you, JT. And with that, I would say thank you to the 2 ladies for spending their afternoon with us over here at Body Mind Soul Live Talk, number 71. Good energy, good life. Thank you so much for all the tips and all the wisdom that you have shared with our viewers over here. And remember, you can always share this live talk out to benefit more people. And also, we welcome you to Energy Mastery Retreat 2021. Of course, if you have attended last year, you will find this year very, very different as well. With that, I'll say thank you to the ladies and goodbye to the 2 of you. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
audience.
Thank you for having us.